To the Relief Society, Joseph Smith taught about and used other temple-centric ideas like this. He taught them, the women, quote, that the keys of the kingdom are about to be given to them, that they may be able to detect everything false as well as the elders, that iniquity must be purged out. Then the veil will be rent and the blessings of heaven will flow down. And to the women he said, if you live up to your privilege, the angels cannot be restrained from being your associates. Females, if they are pure and innocent, can come into the presence of God. Now, the reason why I'm connecting this to a school of the prophets is because these are the same teachings that he was giving the elders back in the June 1831 conference. They need to be pure, they need to be worthy, they need to receive priesthood ordinances and covenants. If so, they can rend the veil, angels will minister to them, they can come into the presence of God and have his power with them. He's teaching these women the exact same thing in the Nauvoo Relief Society. Because of that, in the Relief Society, they also, in their meetings, they exercise spiritual gifts, just like the elders did. The elders had visions and prophesied and healed and spoke in tongues. The women of the Nauvoo, of the Female Relief Society of Nauvoo, did the exact same thing. You read their minutes. In one of the minutes I love, they say, we don't have a lot of business to attend to. So they turn to more spiritual exercising of gifts. Women stand up and prophesy. Another woman stands up and speaks in tongues, and another woman interprets it. Although, by the way, Joseph did give a caution in general not to indulge too much in the speaking of tongues and interpretation of it. Could you imagine if we had to say that in the church today? Don't indulge too much in the gift of tongues. One of the interesting things that you may not know is that at this time in the church, women gave healing blessings of faith. They laid their hands on people and healed them of their infirmities and problems. At the close of the April 19th, 1842 meeting, quote, Miss Elizabeth Davis Durfee bore testimony to the great blessing she received when administered to after the close of last meeting by President Emma Smith and Councilors Cleveland and Whitney. She said she never realized more benefit through any administration, that she was healed, and thought the sisters had more faith than the brethren. Truer words probably never were spoken. I love that line in there. And this, by the way, women exercising these, what they viewed as gifts of the Spirit, empowered by their authority that they were given, they would exercise these sort of spiritual gifts of faith and give healing blessings of faith. These healing blessings, by the way, go on for almost 100 years in the church. At the Relief Society, Joseph Smith gave some instruction on healing, on women giving healing. President Smith, that's Joseph Smith, offered instruction respecting the propriety of females administering to the sick by the laying on of hands. Said it was according to revelation. If the sisters should have faith to heal the sick, let all hold their tongues and let everything roll on. Respecting the female laying on of hands, he further remarked there could be no devil in it if God gave his sanction by healing, that there could be no more sin in any female laying hands on the sick than in wetting the face with water, that it is no sin for anybody to do it that has faith, or if the sick has faith to be healed by the administration. Notice that they're seeing it as a gift of faith, a gift of the Spirit. As an artist, I wanted to give some representation to this practice that went on in the church. This is a painting that I call Relief Society Healing, showing some women of the Relief Society administering to another woman in her need. This practice goes on for about 100 years in the church. From 1830 to 1930, women would give these healing blessings of faith. I don't have time to completely go into it into this video. If you want to read an excellent article on it, it's called Female Ritual Healing in Mormonism. Female Ritual Healing in Mormonism by Jonathan Stapley and Kristen Wright. They give the whole history of it and why at the turn of the century in the 1900s, the decision was made by church leaders and some Relief Society leaders and things that were going on in the church to begin to move away from women giving these healing blessings of faith. I should say that our current General Handbook of Instructions says that only elders who hold the Melchizedek priesthood should give lay on hands for healing blessings today. And in this painting, by the way, that I'm showing you, the reason why I wanted to show it to you, I'm not advocating any particular position about women and priesthood blessings or laying on of hands. I want to give a historical image so we understand that this went on in the Relief Society. I love the idea of women coming together in love and faith to comfort and care for and strengthen and heal and to minister to each other by the power of God that's available to them through their covenants and by the Holy Ghost. What I want to celebrate in this painting here is women who know their divine potential and how to call upon the powers of heaven to help them accomplish the work of salvation. That's what Relief Society is all about, and then and now. There are more ways to heal than laying on of hands. That's important. If anybody feels restricted, which is understandable, by not being able to lay on hands today in the church of a healing blessing of faith, let's understand that there are many ways to bring healing into people's lives. I hope that's what you see in this painting and more. Central to the painting, by the way, if you zoom in here on it, are the intermixed hands in the middle. I love this. These hands praying, these hands supporting, these hands strengthening. How it symbolizes the unity and care that early Latter-day Saint women experienced in the Relief Society ministry with each other as a whole. I hope that you see things like this in this painting. And that's how these women viewed their early Relief Society connection to each other, to bear each other up, to strengthen, to comfort, to heal, to teach, to minister, to correct, to offer relief as a whole.